Hello everybody, my name is Elenator, and welcome back to Minecraft Through the Android episode, I think we're on 43, because there's 41, like 2 weeks ago, or 2. I know how to count. Okay, well anyways, we're back in here. I don't know how much I really want to redo this roof. I think we're just going to accept the loss, although if I really wanted, what I could do, maybe... Yeah, what I could do is I could just build planks upward. See the mouse right? Yep. Oh, howdy, welcome back. Alright, what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab some planks, and we're gonna patch up my my bootleg work. That's a little quiet on my side. I remember someone named Shady. I can't remember any of our previous conversations. I don't know what the popular MMO's arena is. I didn't know he had a dedicated arena. Is that where he did mod reviews? There were several channels that had dedicated worlds where they did mod reviews in. And like, I don't remember their designs. I just remember that being a recurring theme. Alright, let me go find cobblestone because I need to cap it off. I'm building another outpost for Team Treant because Team Treant's taking their claim in this world as well, of course. Little by little. And I don't have a way to get on the roof. Hold on, let me go grab dirt. That's not a dirt chest. Now I should be all good to work for real this time. I didn't need that much. But I'd rather have more than not enough. Alrighty, so what we'll do is we'll just Hadoop. Oh wait, hold on. If cobblestone's on the bottom, I'm not capping the top with cobblestone, I'm capping it off with I have an idea. But that means we're going back because now I need the logs. I should have just grabbed all my building materials again. Oops. That's okay. One thing at a time, one thing at a time. I wonder if I should have made an official way to get up here. Alright, so what I'm thinking is, if it's currently 2 blocks of planks right here, we're going to do another 2 blocks of planks. And then above this is where we'll find the logs. Hopefully, oop! I was gonna say, hopefully I don't have any more problems. Because if you saw the last parts of the previous stream, I realized I made a mistake on one of these sides here. Oops. That has since been corrected, I hope. I think after this, we'll do what I wanted to do yesterday and go mining. I don't want to chop down more trees, even though the trees are indeed bothering me. They are still within view distance, even way over here. But that's for future me to get rid of. Is now that we have the logs, we're gonna have 1 layer of planks. Or, sorry, now that we have the planks, 1 layer of logs. There we go. I do have enough, right? Cool. I didn't think this would require too many. So now, the last step... Is it turning nighttime? Oi. Alright, just kidding. The not last step. We're gonna fill this real fast. Because I need to get back up there. But we'll catch some Z's and set the time today since there's no weather timer to reset. Now I see why so many people like playing 0.11. I think 0.10 was a lot of changes and not a lot of features. At least that's what the wiki says. And then 0.11 was a new batch of features getting things closer to Java. And then 0.12 was a really big push to get things close to Java. Yeah, whoop. Alright, I think what I'll probably do is just copy the cobblestone from the previous layer. And I think this is all mirrored. Oh no, it's not. Wait, hold up. Yes, it is. Alright, cool. So then I'll just copy the cobblestone pattern from the previous layer and then put the torches on that. Because I need to make sure no bad guys spawn up here. No more surprise creepers. That would be most appreciated. Oop. I just realized there are a bunch of, what are those, tulips over there? Do those only spawn in flower forests? Is that a flower forest right there? It's a really small one. As if so, I did not realize. Oh wait, poop. Alright, let's grab these torches again, and there we go. We're not gonna fill in another roof, because then what would be the point of that layer? I haven't had any good responses to the questions you were asking. And so I decided I'll just not answer then. I've also been playing Pragmata earlier. And so that's why I haven't been on Discord either. There we go. I don't know if I've ever built a roof like this before, where the intersection of the roof itself is much shorter than the walls that surround it. Oh, I'll need to pick that up before I go all the way down. And touchdown. Hooray! How does that look? Now the top part looks taller than the bottom. And I think part of that is all of this grass right here should probably be dug up because the floor is this level. So it looks shorter because the ground itself is taller on the outside. Does this have anything to do with the previous 1.16 mods you were working previously? No, even on this side it still looks short. Oh, I know what the problem is. This is three planks, and that's 4 planks. I really did build the bottom section shorter than the top, so now it's not even. Oops. Oopsies. Well, I'm not gonna redo the entire top half of this, so we're just gonna live with my design choices. We're probably gonna dig this up though. Part of that is I need dirt. Did I lose a dirt somewhere? Why am I at 59? I started with 60. Just like how I lost a plank somewhere, and I still don't know what happened to it. Most of my team tree and headquarters end up looking like cakes. The first one started out that way, and I decided to keep up the same two-tier design. Although usually the top part's shorter than the bottom. Oh well. Alright, well, what we'll do, we're gonna flatten this whole area. So let me put away anything that's not dirt. MC Creator feeling limiting feels like something I've said previously, way back when you were first getting into it. I remember saying how you have so much freedom when you have access to modding the game itself, as opposed to using an external, or using an indirect tool to do so. Alright, where are the eggs? Alright, let me grab another shovel since I don't think this one's gonna last. In fact, I'll grab more than one. That bird is definitely showing up on OBS because I'm seeing the thingy pop up on there. Oh well. This is the official spokesperson now, I guess. Oh wait, let me find the good shovel. Oh wait, did I build underneath this gravel? Yeah, because the lake is there. And the source water still doesn't fill in. Well, I guess I wasn't expecting it to... Nope. Auto jump, leave me alone. I guess I wasn't expecting that change to occur within one of these minor updates. Can you stop jumping? I'm probably just gonna end up using the shovel on all this gravel as well. Even though there's a good chance of it turning into flint. I have no experience with mCreator, and I'm unlikely to ever get to it. I feel like I have one test project from maybe 2019, 2020. I didn't go anywhere. I started out with one simple task. I wanted to make an apple pie. I can't remember what I all called it. It was like apple pies and more. I never got to the more. I don't even think I finished the apple pie. But I guess I have the workspace somewhere. Unless I'm thinking of starting earlier, because I have a Minecraft modding book, Minecraft Forge book, from 2015. So there was a time long ago I set up the whole Eclipse workspace and all that. That didn't go anywhere either. And then 2016 rolls around and I start working on my own games using Unreal. Howdy, Jonas. I wonder, does breaking tall grass... Yes, it does. Insta-break items still use durability on tools. Did Bedrock ever get that feature or change? I don't even remember when Java acquired it. Sometime in release, though. We'll probably sleep shortly, but I want to push us back far enough so that way it feels open over here. Then I can lay down the torches. Is there a reason why you're still sticking to 1.16.5 and a 2022 copy of mCreator? Well, there goes all my hard work trying to raise that up. Guess I'll be dropping it down. Howdy, Paul, as well. There's some documentation about the 624 world format being worked on. Well, I guess there's enough documentation that some converters have been started. I still think just skip the version. Of course, that's me being InfDev 624 is the worst Minecraft version. I never turned that into a video. I still have the whole script written. I wasn't trying to write a script, I was trying to write an essay. And then I realized it flows like a video. That's why they're called video essays. But oops. Uh-oh, attack of the green beans. Where did you come from? I didn't do anything with 624 in UMP, I just skipped it as well. I don't know why mobs move so slow, but it's much nicer. But I know we still have... Where did he go? I don't know where it went. We're gonna sleep, and I'll at least get rid of the things that burn. What is it I know how to fix? A world saved in the 624 format. Alright, what we'll do now... In fact, now we're probably going to get rid of all these flanks. I was planning on keeping them. Change the plan. But then that means I'll have to fill in the floor. That way the gravel can be supported. I feel like I know someone, or I know a project that has a way to work with the 624 format. I'd have to go looking around again, because I never used it directly. And what do I think that was the layer? Nope, not at all. It was this one. I should say InfDev 624 still generates all of the alpha chunks. The whole alpha format is in there, but 624's brand new zone system sort of sits on top of that. That mostly saves changes, as opposed to the complete data itself. Hello. Goodbye. Oh, there's more. They're on the other side of the river. I'll leave them alone for now. Alright, so we're gonna fill this in. Oops, neither of those. You finally got back to digging to the farlands. It feels so long since you last mentioned it. You can compress the zone files in a regular archival format. They're mostly empty. Yeah, each zone file upon creation is like 100 and something megabytes. And then you compress them to like 5 or 10% of that size. Of course, Minecraft itself, InfDev 624 needs the uncompressed copies. But yeah, it's a very inefficient format. With a dedicated, well, if you open the world in 624, don't expect anything from 624 to save, but anything from the original alpha world format is still in there. That mainly includes anything from previous versions you had. From 6.18 and earlier. Alright, how far back is this gonna go? Alright, I think I'll first just dig all this up now. And there it is, there's a flint. .624 produces problems with signs because notched up and use the same entity ID or the same tile entity ID for the brand new spawner as what he already used for the signs. That's where I believe that's where the sign spawners come from. Unless I'm misremembering. Dungeons were 624, right? And not 625-2. I might be misremembering. That might have been 625-2. Because people like their sign spawners. And then Java 1.20.5 rolls around and the sign spawners are gone. Maybe it's just the minecart changes. Either way, Notch made a mistake. But yeah, so if dungeons are later, minecarts, I think that there's nothing else notable. It's the first version to have rideable minecarts, though. I think pig spawners are fine, as long as the pig is a valid entity. Because that might have also been the version that removed the default spawner. As in, if there's no entity inside, then there's no entity inside, and it doesn't default to pigs. I think that came to Java. It was like that on Bedrock first, at least. Theory Monster, I'm seeing 0 drop frames currently. Regular, naturally generated spawners already have their entities assigned previously. That's how we have the different spawners already. Probably the same thing's going to apply to pig spawners. Because it very well might not have ever been in an empty state. Because as soon as if it was loaded in the world itself. Spawner blocks that were saved in chests do not have the entities assigned. What spawners in the world might have already defaulted to pigs. Yes, in item form, those spawners do not have one assigned from old versions. So at some point, my chest full of spawners is going to be a chest full of empty spawners, and not pig spawners. Alright, so let's dig up... maybe that. Let's go get gravel, fix this path, and wait around for all this grass to grow. So thankfully, looks like we're doing good so far. It's already turning nighttime. This building blocks my view of the sunset. I can't just look to the sky because now I've got the team tree and outpost sitting there. And I now have a lot of dirt. Don't know what I'll use this for. Probably not another dirt fish. I don't think I need any more of those. Hopefully. Well, you know what? Good thing I dug all that up because now I'm back to an even number of planks. Party potato. Alright, we'll sleep Make sure bad things don't bother me, hopefully. And yes, instead of 624, instead of June 24th. We have to identify in-dev and inf-dev versions because Notch was super lazy and didn't bother giving them official version numbers. Oh wait, that was all the gravel I had. Whoop. Alright, well, let's go find more then. If we had, like, an ocean, I haven't seen any oceans over here. And what is up with those trees? Is that just... Okay, so that's just the edge of the render distance then. I haven't found a single ocean on here. I guess you can blame 1.7 style terrain for that. Did an Enderman steal my gravel? Or did I just not fix that? And I don't want to make any of the existing pathways shorter. Alright, so we'll go looking... I was looking at the world yesterday in MC Edit. I can confirm no stronghold underneath here. Oh well. I wasn't expecting it. I think one of these versions, one of these 0.9 versions, increases the spawning rate though. I don't remember which one, but I was skimming through the 0.9 changelogs yesterday. I never bothered to read 0.9.0. I made a mistake. Oops, because I was supposed to find out what all the new features are. And then that didn't happen. There's an ocean somewhere around here, but I can't remember which direction. I just know it's not too far. And why is the side of this so different than the top? It's like beta 1.4 all over again, and earlier. I feel like beta 1.5 is one of the best versions of beta. One of the reasons being, you still get minecart boosting, and not every bug, every large scale bug has been fixed yet, like beta 1.6. I can't remember when the clay generation bug started though. Oh, is this not all gravel? Is this not a gravel floor down there? Oh no, it is gravel. Alright, cool. Logically though, how do I go get it? Maybe I should just go caving. I wonder if that's a smarter thing. Before we do that though, what we'll do... Okay, so it is just right there. I want to check out this little island because this looks kind of cool. And I like the, Wait, don't tell me, hold on. What type of flower was this again? It was a blue orchid. Hooray. Probably my favorite Minecraft flower. Because it's blue. Oh, there's some gravel right there. Alright, we'll dig that up. I kind of like this offshore island, though. I think this is in a good area. Sorry, Mr. Tree, you'll probably have to go. There's nothing in the cave, right? It just sort of ends. Oop. The cave tried, but it did not succeed. Alright, well, let's go dig up this gravel real fast. What UMP spawner incident that I am not currently remembering? Okay, how much do I really need? And of course, the andesite's in the way. $16. You're right, all the spawners. That was during 0.9, I believe. Not 0.9, 1.9. Curse you, Pocket Edition. I'm talking about Java here. I'm still kind of I'm still trying to find out exactly how it happened. Surely it's easy to reproduce. I just need the right versions. And I think while we're here, I'm gonna try to pick up some of this clay. Because I just saw it and I thought to myself, maybe I'll do something with bricks. Okay, as long as I don't hold W, I can walk around on here. We have an even number. Stacking 52. Yes, divisible by 4, I believe. Because then you have 56, 60, 64. I don't know what I'll do with these, but each block of clay I dig after being cooked up is equivalent to 1 block of bricks. So I don't have too much, but enough to make a fireplace or something. 1.9.3 pre-1. Hopefully I'll remember that. Because I don't remember when I first encountered it. Alright, so we're gonna grab our food, because that one's a shovel, and the torches go there. A clean hotbar is a happy hotbar. This is a 3D blob, I think. Surely I can still reach down that, right? I feel like a tile entity replacement would not be related to lag for them to revert. No way, Minecraft is smart enough that if you open the inventory, you keep bobbing. Oh, well, thank you. Let's head back, though. I got some gravel. I didn't count how many blocks I needed, but this is hopefully enough to finish the path. Once we go mining, we'll probably be picking up more. Oh, there's more blue orchids. That's loud. I think today is street sweeper day. I'll pick them all right. Yeah, maybe I'll get 8. Well, since it's getting dark, we'll probably have to fight our way home. Where would the pig entity data come from, is my question. What would cause it to fail, or I should say, what would cause it to overwrite what was previously saved with the default value? I'm going the right way, right? Maybe I should start making a compass. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get coordinates visible. I don't remember if the game crashed. If it requires a crash, that's gonna be complicated. Can you force the game to crash without cheats on? It's like F3 and Q. That's one of the debug hotkeys. Maybe it's F3 and T, unless that's to reload resources. I can't remember. I feel a sneeze coming. Can I pineapple my way out of this? Can the Pineapple Express take me away from needing to sneeze? Be gone, sneeze, leave me alone. It's that tingling that you feel. Mob breeding animations? That's not happening. This is Minecraft, it's E for everyone. Wait, no it's not. Isn't it everyone 10 and up? What ESRB rating does Minecraft have? I know only the console versions have it, since you can publish a game without it on PC. Not to mention it's self-published. Oh, I did not need that much gravel. Well, there we go. Now it's all smoothed. I feel like I need something right there. Maybe a fountain. I don't know how difficult it is dealing with water, though. Well, let's toss our stuff. Probably grab some cobblestone. In fact, how would I grab mossy cobblestone as well? There we go. Moss grows when there's moisture. All the spawners are still over there. After several updates and trying to fix them, I'm pretty sure they saved. Eventually. Grab 2 stacks of that. And I guess all of this. Alright. Do I even have a bucket? I have 4 buckets. Hooray, they stack. Alrighty, so I'm thinking something small. So we'll start maybe this block. So if I do that one there, I'd have a plan. I have this image in my mind. We'll see if I can pull this off. What I'm going to need, though, are slabs. So we'll grab some of those real quick. In fact, that one's probably going to be swapped out as well. Maybe. So let me get... I don't think I have any. To the stone cutter. Away. Now there's a chicken in the fountain. I was just saying yesterday how I think I should remove the walls there. I'll need to design this in a way where it's not going to flood later from being waterlogged. And I think I know how to do that. It's probably going to be a very basic design, but we got to start somewhere. Do we have mossy cobble slabs in modern? It was somewhere around 1.14, 1.16, where we ended up getting more variants for slabs and stairs, and I think walls. I don't know if nowadays we have mossy cobble slabs. I feel like we do, but I don't remember. I never looked at the data for the spawners. Is that all? Okay, no, that was just half a stack. Cool. So we're going to start there. And then now we grab the slabs. Oops. The World Archive is... No, that's not true because I don't have the 1.9 copies public currently. I still need more space. If you'd like to donate a couple $100, I could totally upload the rest of the drive, rest of the archive. But until that happens, it will not be the complete. At least all of parts 1 through 3 is on there. I want to fill in this lower area first, and then I'll work on the upper portion. So I need 1. Why is that broken? That's annoying. We already starting to get some of these the bug rock features. Some things never change. Oh no. There we go. For real this time. Alright, cool. Now we have our little wishing well type of dealio. So much for grabbing all this cobblestone. This looks boring. I should do like... I don't know how I feel about this. Otherwise, there's always the overcomplicated route. Oh wait, hold on, I have an idea. It's going to require undoing all of the blocks I just placed, though. What's the point of using regular cobblestone if all this is going to end up being submerged anyway? Water just does not like fixing itself. Oops. Nope. Nope. There we go. Why is this side farther than the others? What happened? Oh, I forgot to remove that. My fault. User error. Alright, we're gonna do this the fun way this time. There we go, I suppose. And then now, because those are not covered... There we go. How's it looking? It's rather basic, but it thoroughly utilizes the space up here. Maybe I should make a pathway. I should extend the pathway from here over to this area. Maybe I need a seating area. Like, if I put planks around here for the floor and then build a sort of wall. Alright, let's catch some Z's real fast. Alright, what are we looking at? So I need the pathway, but I do not have nearly enough gravel. So if I want my gravel paths to keep going, I guess we're gonna hop down into a cave real fast, because I know it should be quick to find a gravel patch. I guess it's more like a gravel blob. I also want to do more with farms, but without any redstone stuff. That seems boring. At least by this point on Java, add pistons to block and uncover water flows. This is an exit point. Where's the cave entrance? Hasn't been that long since I went caving. I might have forgotten where the entrance was already. Maybe I should make a big structure surrounding it. Here it is. Maybe? One of these, right? Surely. Gravel spawns underground, right? I see diorite, andesite. Here it is. Peekaboo. Full of snow globe. I haven't found any snow on here. And there's no weather, so snow's not renewable. Unless you mean just put glass around the fountain. I did not do a good snow globe on UMP. It looks like an acorn, an upside down acorn. Weather is added in 0.12. Along with enchanting hunger, the nether as a dimension. I'm indeed playing a weird version. A lot of people like 0.11 more. There have been multiple posts I've seen, I almost think in Golden Age subreddit. Multiple posts where people are asking for 0.11 software because they want to start a server. Howdy Koski as well. Alright, let's grab all the goods. And boop. Last of the torches. Good news is, we have over a stack and a half of gravel now. Hopefully this is enough to finish the pathway. I have many stacks of gravel on my beta 1.8 world, and I don't know where they came from. Eventually, I started using them as pathways alongside cobblestone. Sometimes there are sections with flowers on the side. You know what I could do? I could build another bridge off in this direction. Maybe if I extended this pathway farther, just keep it going straight. Because the cave's right there, and then that's one of my entrances. It's running really slow. Nope. What are you using it for? What are you trying to generate? I assume you're not using it just to gather information. Alright, I need I don't need cobblestone. Job application help. There's not dedicated services online already for that. Of course, that's not local, and chances are the good stuff is already paid behind a paywall. Okay, we have 3 blocks here. How much on this side? I should have shifted this over 1 block, because if I head over here, this pathway, if I'm going to keep it 3 blocks wide. So this is 3 blocks wide. Oh no, I guess it's only 1 block. 1 block there, so really this should have been shifted over 2 that way. But I kind of just eyeballed the middle, and I also wasn't thinking about adding a pathway earlier. Oops. It is impossible to not have a numerical overflow. We cannot create something with infinite size when everything we have physically is limited. The only thing we can do is make the overflow limit farther and farther away. Alright, now I'm looking at shovels. I'm out of sticks. Oops. Oh, did my mouse just die? Time to plug it in. Let that charge for a bit. There we go, now I'm ready for the next adventure. Whoop. I'm starting to accumulate a lot of dirt. Maybe I should work on storage after I get this little sitting area completed. I feel like you can already find online what the 128 limit overflow is. 2 to the 128th. There you go. Iron, that's what I need. Iron was back here. Already at 7 diamonds. For some reason I thought I only had 3. You know what I should do? What do we have? We might have enough time today. I'm thinking of heading back and grabbing the nether reactor core. The thing is, I don't have enough gold. I don't think I have much over here. 16. I'd rather not take the gold that I have at home. I'd rather resource the gold out here. I guess I could head back after I gather enough gold to make another nether reactor. Because we need at least 1 out here. I've thought about doing another block museum. I do block museums all the time, I realized. Oop. Is it starting to output the results? Hello. After it chugging away. Hello. Any other bad guys? There's 1 spider here. Wait, hold on. Did that take 3 hits with a diamond sword? Mr. Spider, can you stand here? 8? 16? Do diamond swords not do 8 hit points? Do they only do 7? Unless the spider doesn't have 16 points of damage. Either way, this is not Java. Oh, what are you doing way over there? Either way, this is not Java accurate. Spiders are supposed to be 2 hits. No, non-critical with a diamond sword. Interesting. Okay, well now it shows that it really is all off. It's bothering me, but I don't want to tear this whole thing down and slide it over 2 blocks. Alright, well here's what we'll do then. We'll just grab the planks. This is not going to be enough. We'll grab the planks and get the floor in. I don't know what I'm going to do for the chairs, though. Alright, so I'm thinking we start out with just a big old square. And since we only have the one side here, excuse me, Mr. Sheep, you're kind of in the way. Maybe I should grab my shears. Oop. Alright, let's just pick up that torch. Dropping a torch, picking it up. I don't know why he said drop a torch instead of place a torch. Of course, hindsight's always 50-50. Hindsight's 20-20, not 50-50. Okay. So now we have a dedicated area for this. Although what I'm thinking of doing... Do we have any walls? I think we have cobblestone and mossy cobblestone. Because if we have those, what I might do is take advantage of that one side being closer. I don't have cobblestone on me. I wouldn't be surprised that they're doing something backrooms related, assuming it's official, as opposed to just another community content. The movie's coming out in May. Oh wait, May is in what, 2 days? Movie's coming out soon. It's smart to capitalize at the opportune time. Alright, if we have some walls, then I have sort of a vision. Why do spiders not die in 2 hits? Hopefully that gets fixed soon. We're gonna make more. Alright, so what we'll do, we're gonna grab more planks. But we need 2 there. Yes, this will work. I have the space I need. Sword plus hand is 8 total. Have diamond swords always supposed to do 7 hit points? I thought they were 8. Have I not done Minecraft correctly. How long did it take? And I guess how large of an output were you trying to get? From the LLM. Lost Minecraft miners. LMMS. Something music software. Maybe. For as long as I've been using LMMS, I don't know what it stands for. Bug turn feature. I wonder how it was introduced. Does that mean spiders on Java have taken only 2 hits? Or have only ever taken 3 hits? After the big nerf in beta 1.9. We do not have... That takes a while. We do not have enough planks for this. Don't have any more, so here's what we're going to do. We're just going to grab an entire stack of these. Button spam. That wasn't so bad. Oop. Most people use axes to kill spiders. Don't people usually use axes anyway? If it's not directly in PvP. I feel like it's rare to see a sword. Part of that being people would rather use a trident anyway. Although I don't know what the cooldown speed is between swords and tridents. Like 4 planks. Everything I just crafted. And I'll need dirt for that. Don't want this to be floating. Alright, how are we looking? Alright, so here's what I was thinking with the wall here. Although it's not going to look very good until... In fact, I don't think it is going to look good on here. Not in this world, at least. I've run out of resources again. Why were swords not in the creative menu to begin with? And see you later, planks, but I need cobblestone next. Oops. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? 0.12.1 is the big update that was pushed out to every platform. 0.12.0 was, I think, Windows 10 only. It was platform exclusive. Everyone got 0.12.1 though. There we go. So this gives me 2 block space on 3 of these sides. So what I can do now is this is where I can put my chairs. Although I kind of want to build this up one block higher. Let's see if I end up regretting that decision. So what I'm thinking, oopsies, I'm thinking I misplaced that. What I'm thinking now is, oh, it's fine, I guess. What I'm thinking now is using oak as a contrast to all this dark oak. Okay, how many do I need? Let's do counting this time. That says 9. Oop, that's an odd number. Let's not misclick. For some reason these are slow. I would say why not Y? Why is it slow to mine? But by this point, I don't think Notch had anything to do with Pocket Edition. Not after early releases. So what I do now is, I guess just wait around until I'll have a use for that. Now it feels closed in. Microsoft wasn't even around yet, because 0.9 was 2013. Notch still hasn't sold his shares yet. I feel that sneeze coming back. It's coming back with a vengeance. Can I pineapple this one away? Maybe. I wonder what the psychology is trying to fight back against a sneeze. As you know, just like Mr. Afton, they always come back. Alright, so we're looking for logs and stairs. I'm thinking of getting signs. Wait, hold on. Can we make curved stairs? Let's find out. Never mind, we are not getting signs. Hooray, old school. Minecraft beta mindset. Alright, so we're looking for basic bench here. What were they doing to damage calculation that would adjust this? Keep that block. Like there, maybe. Oh wait, you know, hold on, I have a better idea. That makes it feel rather small. It's also kind of a waste with the amount of planks I put down just to cover half of them. Well, now I have places for torches. Party potato. We also need more stairs. Oop. And that's what the planks are for. That's not the crafting area. This is the crafting area. Turning nighttime already. I look over at the time, hour and 10 today. Alright, so then I guess I'll just put that there. Alright, let's grab, put that there real fast. But the shovel belongs there. There's the food. There are my torches. You say emerald swords again, but I thought we never had emerald swords to begin with. And especially since they added copper, the copper tools. They're really trying to make copper useful. Yeah, since they added the copper stuff, I think to myself, do people really want another tier? I'll just set that there, I guess. Maybe I should push them over one. Have 3 blocks between instead of 2. Or instead of 1. Let's try again, shall we? In fact, here's what we'll do. There we go. I feel like there was only iron tools when diamonds were first added. Can you fact check me on this? Because we only had iron tools for a short while. That's one of the reasons why even the iron sword is a farther ID than pickaxe, axe, and shovel. Because I want to say that was added later as well. Alright, now that everything should be burning, I think now we're all good. Okay, it's looking a little plain there. But on the inside, now we have this nice little sitting area. Or is it seating area? Does it matter? Alright, well, hooray, did what I wanted. Let's grab that stack and that stack. Let's grab this one. I think we are going to head back, though. I want to grab a compass. And maybe pick up some of these remains. I thought emeralds... I should say I thought diamonds were only called emeralds for one version. Unless they were both added at the same time. I should grab more dirt, fill that in. We'll do that real fast before we leave. We'll pass by home real fast, pick up that nether reactor. And I also have some chunk loading I need to do. Because there's a particular area that MC Edit can't seem to load, and I don't know why. So we're gonna go visit that place real fast. 3 versions of Endev were released. I guess this is what happens when we find proof of more versions existing. Alright, I'm gonna hope I don't have a compass already at home. But if I do, then I guess, oh well. This is one I get to say was made based on the resources I have over here. Boop. Alrighty. I don't even know where exactly this is going to point to, because I don't know if spawn was shifted over after we got here. I think we're all set though. Yeah, food, torches, weapons. We should be good to head back. I remember coming over here should have only taken about one Minecraft day, so getting back should be about the same. This is a new bed I made, right? Hopefully. All these mobs that were just barely outside of my render distance that I'm now loading up. Don't do it. Why are these chunk sections flickering? This area over here wanted to unload. How are we looking? Looking like a lot of swamp. That's why I'm trying to stay more on the plain side. This terrain is flatter. That's a lot of brown mushrooms. Do they normally spawn that frequently? The Minecraft versions that have gone extinct were all the development versions that Notch had. Because Notch notched up and had big data loss. I feel like not early on. What the heck is that? Why is it invisible? I feel like early on, Notch wouldn't have been willing to donate versions. But maybe in maybe by 2013 when they were rounding up old versions for the new 1.6 launcher, Notch might have been willing to deliver Minecraft builds at that time. The first 4 versions we have were all from Easy. And so we didn't have any from Notch directly. Is this another plains or is this home? It's not home yet. It feels so far away, but when I measured it, I'm only a couple thousand blocks from the old world. The world just feels smaller when you have a smaller render distance. Hopefully I'll be able to find my way back. I kind of remember the pathway I took, and it's in mostly a straight line for how I got here. It's a little diagonal. I wonder if I can bump up my render distance. Is it already... I can do boop. That didn't make a difference. Those chunks are still... Well, maybe it loaded one more. This Android bug is gonna get fixed soon. Changed or fixed. Because 0.9.0, we had, I think, 5 render distance notches. Notch, badoop. And as of 0.9.1, that was reduced to just 3. And then as I was going through the wiki, it said Either 0.3, 9.3 or 9.4 is going to fix that so that Android isn't limited to just a shorter render distance. 314 drop frames. Pi 3.14. And there's a jungle here, which means I think we should be getting close. So yeah, 0.1% dropped. And no more, so it might have been a minor hiccup. Here's the old world with all these sheep. And mild nether reactors. Alright, cool. I made it back. Are those leaves ever going to decay? Wait a minute, I already had acacia trees over here? Where did I get these saplings? Well, how'd that happen? Oh wait, don't the nether reactors spawn saplings? Maybe that's where I got them from. Do you remember when sheep would just keep eating all this grass? And it ended up being a massive dirt patch. Thankfully, all of that's now been taken care of. Yeah, we're gonna head back here. We're gonna try sleep real fast. And then I need to visit the area that was giving MC-Edit issues. Because I don't know what the problem is. It's just off in that section, and I'm gonna hope there's nothing wrong with the world itself, that I just need to revisit the area. Because it was a selection of 4 chunks. 4 different chunks that were all in one area. Alright, now that we're back here, I've missed this place, but that glass does not look good. I wonder, do I happen to have any coal? That's a lot of netherrack. Did I dig up an entire... No way, sideways logs? Oh, that's cool. But yeah, did I dig up an entire nether reactor, nether spire? I have shears. There it is, but I realized, isn't that rather cheap to make? Let me grab. Let me grab diamonds and gold real fast. This isn't the nether reactor rather cheap. Maybe I should. Oh, it's even iron. No, maybe I should just not take this one and leave it here. Interesting. Either way, we're gonna head over here and hopefully fix the world. Because it was right next to my tower. I don't know exactly what went wrong. Don't I believe in you? It'd be rather unfortunate if the chunks were just permanently broken. I don't see any problems. You're finally moving on into the Linux space. How do you feel about that? Can I jump that? Oh wait, no auto jump. Hold on, it's doable, I feel it. It's doable, I feel it. It's doable, I feel it. Okay, it's taking too long. We're gonna head over here. In fact, there we go. You feel dead? Koski, you still listening? Do you have any pointers? Okay, well now that I've been in this area, now that I've loaded it up, everything looks fine. So whatever the data issue was, it's something on MC at its end. Look at that giant stone wall, everyone says when they reach the far lands. I don't think any of the 16 people who've completed a journey have said that. I don't remember that one jump I did in 327. Was there a very specific area? The biggest problem on here is you see, let me go. I need a flat area. So you see how from here I'm walking forward, and then I press jump and I go diagonal. If I jumped straight, I'd be more efficient at this, but instead I jump over to the right. And I don't know how to fix that. Of course, this is what happens when you use emulated touch inputs. If you can find exactly when that happened, that'd be cool to share. Because I totally don't remember. Way back in UMP Part 1. I also wanted to come over here because... Where's my mine? Here it is. This is not my mine. I don't know what this was supposed to be. Kinda looks like the oxygen destroyer from Godzilla. You can't make clips anymore. Well, I wasn't looking... I was hoping for the timestamp because I'm old school like that. Is that another feature they removed? Well, I don't know how many people were asking for clips to begin with. Well, I've installed previous clips. Were they still around? Oh, look, hold on. Here's all this red dust that I can mine now. Yay! It drops more red dust. In a few major versions, 0.10 or 0.11, I'll be able to turn these into blocks. We're just gonna head over here real fast. Remember when that was all sky? Remember when I jumped into the void? So it looks like I never did anything with this. I just casually had an entire nether spire constructed down here. Was I planning to dig all of this out? I know I only have a few of these tunnels. This is a lot of redstone though. I didn't realize just how much of it I left behind. This is a lot down here. I'm not going to take the time to mine all of this. That would be... That's a job for future me. Me in the present wanted to see how some of these edges look, because we're below lava level. After this, we should have enough time to head back. There are staircases. What was I doing over here? Alright, this is when... This is from the very first house, from 0.2. I remember. Because I went all the way, and then what happened was... I ran out of space because I hit the edge of the world. Excuse me. See, normally, this would look weird. But because it just filled in with stone, the torches are placed properly. I have a few torches that are sitting at the edge of the world. Because I guess they counted as a solid block. The invisible bedrock. Good times. Yeah, I remember building this way back early Pocket Edition. I would say I've come so far, but this series, we're still in the 40s for episodes. UMP has over 10 times as many. And I can't remember how far Minecraft Legacy went. I feel like that made it to the 80s. But anyways, enough moping around here. Truth be told, I was kind of stalling because I needed enough time for it to turn back to night. So now that it's night, I can sleep and immediately leave again. Cool. Alright, away we go. Oh yeah, where exactly is spawn? While we're here, did it remember? Is it this block? No. Okay, spawn is like right around here. Interesting. Well, either way, let's keep going and hope that we run back into our old area. Well, I guess the new area. See you later, all you sheep that are definitely dropping the frame rate. Oh, hold up. We have stuff to take care of. So this is all the snow we have in the world right now, because I haven't found any other cold biomes. Uh-oh. Do I have the dirt to fix this? I don't got time for this. I guess I'll just fill in what I can, and then me in the future is gonna have to take care of the rest. Boop. Alright, well. Why did I have a tree farm? Did I have a tree farm because I already chopped down all the trees? Well, I don't need that anymore. That's all ocean. I was looking for an ocean earlier. I guess I got my wishes granted. Looks like those chunks were populated because the diorite is there. That would have been added when all these new chunks were. I feel like if you're playing with sound on when you're supposed to be in bed, something is doomed to happen. At least play with the sound muted. We're at hour and 33. Hopefully not long till we get there. Once the sun starts going down, then we know we're close. Logically. I'm also hoping that by using different pathways, I load up other chunks. Because the chunk generation on here, chunks do not like to be saved. So there's a lot of instances where you get trees that are cut off. But regardless, I'm trying to load up as many Pocket Edition chunks as I can. I almost wonder if we're gonna run into another village out here. But I think I've already cleared out as much of the area as I could. Oop, come on. There we go. I was really hoping that had an exit. It would have been unfortunate if it didn't. It just feels like with all these planes that we've seen over here, it feels like there should be more villages. I don't even know what the scarcity is. After covering however many blocks surface area, what's the probability of running into a village within that space? I don't even know how Pocket Edition and Bedrock compared to Java's village dispersal. All this terrain, as Potato said, it's 1.7 terrain, but squished down because we only have 128 blocks vertical height instead of 256. And there are those cutoff trees I was talking about. Is the tree generated in a chunk that got saved, but the chunk next to it didn't save? Because not every chunk you load gets saved. It involves stuff like the amount of time you're in it and how close you are, and if you've done anything inside. Those are what will affect chunks that get saved. I think the height limit increase was 1.0. I believe that's what he said. So we have to get out of Pocket Edition Alpha and into Pocket Edition Release. It's a real shame that they went directly from Alpha. They just skipped the entire beta phase. And then not only that, they were only in Pocket Edition 1.0 for a couple versions, 1.0 and 1.1. And then poof, the official Minecraft Better Together 1.2. And I realized I overshot it. I should have gotten more that way. There's a green bean on the roof. Can you not? Do they spawn on stairs? Am I going to need to set up a dedicated area? Alright, get over here. I hope that caused you big damage. 2 hits, please. Nope. How else would he have gotten up there? Do stairs really count as full blocks? I walked right into that, just wondering why the screen flashed white. I'm seeing no additional drop frames. This is when I say there's probably something on your end. Good timing, now it's turning night. We'll need a minecart track to go between here, but I want to spend the gold on another reactor first. The nether reactor structure as a whole. Alright, so what we're looking at... Maybe I'll just spend the diamonds now to make the core. That's not the crafting table. Boop. Alright, how's it all looking? Still have plenty of time. I think now we'll try to head down to a suitable mining area. I don't know where gold is most common though. People were saying that, at least in Pocket Edition, if you want to find gold, it's a little higher up than Y12, like diamonds. Alright everybody, time to burn. Can I save my durability? I don't feel bad because I don't need I should say they don't have any XP to drop. Alright, let's look around real fast. There's one. They like to hide. Goodbye. Think I can take the Enderman on. First 5 prime numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 13. No, 11. 1, 3, 5, 7, 11. That's 5, right? Does 1 count as prime? I don't know if 1 is prime. Maybe it's 2. Why didn't you ask Google? It would have been faster and more accurate. Or ChatGPT, since you have mentioned it often. Alright, let's swap that out. I don't need the compass on me anymore. I know where I am. Probably. Alright, so we are looking for probably 2 more torches. Oh yeah, iron. Odoink. All this is starting to blend together now. We shall prepare for another mining trip. Boop. Boop. One thing that'll be nice, well, I guess it depends on how long it takes. But one thing that will be nice with the minecart system is I won't have to spend redstone trying to power the rails, because the rails will be automatically powered on their own. Is this a good place? Where was my recent area that I left from? I think that was farther this way. Because I had to turn the corner. Whoop, that's a cave. I'm looking for that area where I dug out. There it is, there's the pillar. It's just down the river. Which reminds me that we still don't have boats yet. I believe the boats are added in... Oh, much more called. I believe the boats are added in 0.11. Or can I... There it is. Oh, I left underwater. Oops. That's okay, I suppose. Probably. Oh, this is a long pathway. Hopefully I don't use this exit again. With only 15 minutes, we'll probably be ending off down here. Bounce, bounce. Look at all this gravel. Looks like I could have gone down here for more as well. And here's the semi-flooded caves. Oop, hold up. Maybe I should work on a strip mine area, but I don't want to start that until I know which level gold is most likely to spawn at. Why did I leave all this iron? Was my inventory full? It wasn't that long since I last went mining down here. I've already made it to lava level. I remember finding a lot of redstone. Hello, Mr. Skellybum. Where's my boop? Ow. No thank you. How much of this gravel do you think is floating? I'd rather not find out. Like that. 0.10, I was right. 0.10 adds the particles underneath sand and gravel when they're floating. I don't know when Java Edition got that feature though. PE had it first. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to set that down, set this down, and then we're going to break this. Haha. And we're safe. Because I was prepared. That's a lot. That's a lot that has fallen. I wonder if there was the lava lake right beneath that, and that's what caused it all to fall. Okay, so for you, looks like you're still using the old beta system. When you say this version, are you talking about the version today or 0.9 as a whole? I didn't go whoop. I didn't go into this with any plans for 0.9 other than whatchamacalled. I didn't go into this with any plans other than moving out to new chunks out in the infinite terrain. So Pocket Edition, I don't have any big goals other than get to the new features as they roll out. This second part, once I speak, this second part of Through the Android is just to keep going and see what it's like. One thing I need to do before I start preparing for other series that are not UMP, I need to find my controller. I don't know where my controller went. It was packed up recently, and I don't know which box it was packed up in, because I probably have 30 or 40 boxes, and it could be in any of them. It can't be in any of them because I've already gone through maybe 10 of those boxes. Well, that still leaves at least 20 more boxes that it could be in. For this world, I don't have any plans for going into Bedrock. I guess I'm kind of just hoping that nothing goes wrong between 1.2 and 1.18. Especially since we skipped 1.3 or 1.4. Pocket Edition skips one of those. Oh, well, I guess it was Bedrock. Bedrock Edition skipped one of those versions, and I can't remember which one. And then it skipped again in somewhere around 1.15. I can't remember what version exactly. Well, there are two major versions that it skipped, so that'll at least make things a little easier. Because that means less versions for me where things can go wrong. So between 1.2 to 1.18, that's 16 updates. I kind of wish I had that bucket. If I had that bucket, I'd grab some. Well, assuming I had water in the bucket, I would have put out that lava and gun down there. I'm really not finding any gold, though. Maybe I am just too low. Yeah, but oop. Peekaboo, I see you. Used to say peekaboo a lot on Pavlov VR, when I was playing with other folks I knew. The reason was, it'd be like, I see you when they don't see me. But the thing is, some of those times, I didn't actually see them. I just wanted to get them concerned that I was nearby. Teehee. And I think this cave ended up being a big old disappointment. Well, I guess it's not entirely a disappointment, because I found some gold. Can you just go away? Water, why do you not want to get fixed even after all these block updates? You know what, we're going back. I want to know, is there really just two? Okay, I admit defeat, there was just 2 gold. Sad times, sad times. You know, how about I go up here instead? I was planning on going down that tunnel where the zombie was. I think I've changed my mind. Nope. Sorry, cobblestone. And let's not melt our faces off. Do 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 do. Drop a torch, because it's going to get dark once the lava's gone. Is there nothing else here? Does this really just loop back down? And I guess if I could have made that jump from there to here. Oh well. Can you not backspace the whole selection of characters because you can't select the characters? Does neither backspace nor delete work? Assuming you can select sets of characters. I think it's impossible to do the torch trick on here where you break the block and immediately place the torch. You can select them, but not replace. That's unfortunate. Oh, there's more coal. Oi. Excuse me, I need this. But wait, there's more. At least the good news is this is going to help with filling in whatchamacallit. This will help with filling in those furnaces that I have. How are you supposed to replace large selections of text then? Is it just not capable? Have you asked your professors if there's any way to do so? I'll take that, thank you. That very well could also be an Ubuntu thing, and other distros it's available. How to use C on Linux. Why can't you learn C on Windows? Why are you learning C and not C++ or C#? What is this class? Alright, I think we're good. C in the POSIX environment. Okay. Do you expect this to have upcoming life applications? Oh, there's another pathway I didn't go down. Was this more interesting than any of the other classes that you were going to need to take? Ow! It's a requirement. Oh well. That sneeze is coming back. Sneeze part 3. I've pushed it off up until now at least. Can I pineapple this one away? Watch after the stream. Because we only have a few minutes left. After the stream, I'm gonna end up having a big ol' sneeze attack. Where this one sneeze that keeps coming back takes out his revenge by bringing an army. I'm waiting for it. I feel like we're starting to run out of mining areas. So I think what I will do, I'll probably end up doing the boring thing and at least start a strip mine. I don't know how much time I'll spend on it. But I want gold soon because 0.12 is when the nether reactor is disabled because the regular dimension gets added. I'll take that. Stop jumping. So it looks like I still have a good amount of space in my inventory at least. Oh, we're good. That might be the way I'm sitting. Or it could also be the cable being loose and it's sending the vibrations. Hopefully it's taken care of now. Or at least minimized. I wonder if this is why people often like hearing themselves in audio. The headset was readjusted, so hopefully that took care of it. That's a drop. Is there a not 6-block drop? This looks promising. Promisingly deadly. Come on, get over here. Do you still see me? Pathfinding, activate. I'm certain that would have worked on Java. It would have gotten him to move. Ha! Wait, what? No, Mr. Zomble, why are you still mad at me? The Skellybum shot you. What? Do Zombles not get mad at Skellybums when they get hit? I miss Java Edition. I feel like I might have gotten past the prime for PE. Or it could just be I've gotten so used to playing beta 1.8 again. We've also passed 2 hours, so we're just going to take one quick peek up here and then that'll be it. If I have any final thoughts, start saying them now. Here's one of these 3-hit spiders. Bye-bye. It feels like this is going to dead end, but I don't know. There it is. Alright, so this is a good stopping point. What's today? Wednesday, so we should be back again tomorrow. Continuing on, hopefully we'll have better luck with mining, because 2 gold is not cool. At least we're getting up there with coal. But that's all it for this time. Thank you all for watching. Bye.